I grew up in a food family. I was born into a food family. My grandfather, Joshua Adituyo in Nigeria, revolutionized the baking industry for Nigeria. And when I was 14, my family decided that I, being the first grandchild, should get some education and culture, and sent me to Boston to live with my aunt and an uncle who attended Harvard Business School. I ended up going to Simmons College, which is a women college, started by 2 Harvard professors, got a first degree in management and computer science, and then went on and did an MBA. So all through that, I came to understand that people in the U.S. really need to know that African food is healthy. And I was hoping that as you eat African cuisine, it doesn't matter whichever one of the 53 countries, you then develop an interest to know the culture, to know the people, to go and visit, because first-hand experiences are better. They dispel a lot of myths. Sheba Foods started over 10 years ago. So I decided, because, there's a lot of Africans that are different Africa. Of course, Africa is a big continent. So I basically focused on sub-Sahara, West African countries, manufacturing the rices, jollof rice, stews with the oxtail and goat meat. We go across the continent to Ethiopia with the Dorowat sauce, Kenya, sukuma wiki. It's all packaged. People buy and take it home and enjoy. The African supplier wants to market their product to the U.S. And those who do make it into the U.S. get an increased demand, whereby they're now buying U.S. equipment. Yes, we're bringing it here. The U.S. also gets a chance to sell its product. Win-win for everybody. A lot of companies in the African countries, of course, would want it to get into the U.S. market. So I became a consultant in terms of educating as to the requirements for USDA, FDA, packaging needs, understanding what the demographics in the U.S. is looking for, because it's really important for those who are looking to export their product from the African countries to learn as to who their target audience is. Also understand the government requirements, follow them. So the business model for me is to take that person through, why really do you want to export this product? How is it doing in the home country? And then, is there any competition for it in the U.S.? If there is, how do you beat that competition? And once we've understood that, yes, this is an absolutely unique product that should be marketed in the U.S., then we go through that, developing the packaging, the nutritional facts that it's needed, the price points, the logistics of shipping, so that the customer in the U.S. can always get a consistent product. The African supplier doesn't understand that you have to be able to give people samples of your product, have them try it out, and then give feedback. And, and that's how you are able to make that sale. So there's a challenge in explaining that to a lot of African suppliers. So don't just plan for, okay, I'm going to sell $100 of products today. So I'm going to sell 100, but then I'm going to give $20 of it away so that I can now go and convince my potential customers to buy. So there's a whole lot of possibilities for the African supplier, but then they have to do their study and be sure that their product is properly packaged. Not just tastes great, but properly marketed as well. One of my biggest sellers is suya pepper, and it's made for me by the women in Kano in Nigeria. So they connect a lot with being home. We have the Kenya coffee, and we have the Ethiopian coffees as well. And the Ethiopians are very particular about their coffee. They will tell you, our coffee is the best in the world. Kenya will say the same thing, so you decide. So again, it makes people feel good that they have their home taste. My long-term dream is to have you, when someone says to you, what are you eating tonight? And say, I'm going to go African. I'm going to go Kenyan or Nigerian. People say I want to do Chinese. Well, do South Africa. That's my long-term dream.